Good day, everyone. Welcome to our subject, English. We are on the second week of the fourth quarter, and our learning objective for today is use the degrees of adjectives in making comparisons. The positive, comparative, and the superlative degree. Before we proceed to our new lesson, let's take a glimpse of what we discussed last week. We have a direction. Choose the letter of the best answer. Write the letter of the correct answer on the blank before each number. For the first question, which element of the story refers to people, animals, or creatures in the story? Good job! That's letter A, characters. For the second question, how many parts does a story have? A3, B4, or C5? Correct. We have 5 parts of a story. And the third question, this is also known as the problem faces by the main character in the story. Good. It's letter B, conflict. For the fourth question, this element of the story refers to when and where the story takes place. Very good. That's letter C, settings. And for the last question, this refers to the central idea or belief in the story. Good job. That's letter A. That is what we call the theme. Our new lesson for today is all about adjectives. Do you know what are adjectives? In Tagalog, adjective is what we call panguri. When we say adjectives, these are words that modify or describe a person, animals, things, or events. Or we can also say that adjectives are words that modify or describe a noun or a pronoun. Let's take an example. Number 1 example, Father drives a new car. The adjective on the first sentence is the word new, modifying the word car, which is a noun. And for the second example, we have these mangoes are sweet. What do you think is an adjective present in sentence number 2? Very good. That's the word sweet. The word sweet is an adjective modifying the word mangoes, which is a noun. And for more examples, we have a activity having a direction. Encircle the adjectives in each sentences. For the first sentence, Jose is sleepy. What do you think is an adjective present on the first sentence? That is sleepy, modifying Jose, which is a noun. Number 2, the boy is carrying a heavy bag. The word heavy is also an adjective modifying the word bag. For the third sentence, Maria's bag is purple. Purple is an adjective on the third sentence. And for the fourth question or the fourth sentence, Mother picks 4 flowers. Good job! The word 4 is also an example of adjectives. For the fifth example, the girl is beautiful. Beautiful is an adjective. Number 6, he took off his wet clothes. You're right. The word wet is also an adjective modifying the word clothes. For the seventh question or the seventh number, the butcher uses a sharp knife. The word sharp is also an example of an adjective. And for the last sentence, Angela likes her pink shoes. Well said, the word pink is an adjective on the 8th sentence. Our lesson for today are the 3 degrees of comparison. The first one is the positive degree. Positive degree is the adjective in its simple form. It describes only one person or thing. Example, a ripe mango is sweet. An adjective in the positive degree is sweet modifying only one thing, which is a mango. Remember, when say positive degree, it only describes one person or thing. The second one is the comparative degree. Comparative degree is a comparison of two persons or things. The expression used is an adjective plus er and the word than. We have an example. A banana is sweeter than a guava. In this example, the comparative degree of the adjective is sweeter because we are comparing two things, which are the banana and a guava. Remember, when say comparative degree, we are describing or having a comparison of two things or two persons. The third one is the superlative degree. Superlative degree is the comparison of more than two persons or things. The expression used is the adjective plus est. We have an example. A ripe mango is the sweetest mango among the fruits. The adjective in the superlative degree is sweetest because we are having a comparison of two or more than two persons or things. Here are the rules in the degrees of comparison. The first rule, if a word has only one syllable, supposing we have an example, smart, clean, and big. So these are words with only one syllable. So again, if a word has only one syllable, we are adding er on the comparative form and est in the superlative form. That's why we have smart, smarter, smartest, clean, cleaner, cleanest. And the last one is big, bigger, biggest. Remember that if a word has only one syllable, we only add er and est. The second rule, okay, if a word is ending in letter Y, we only change Y to I and add er in the comparative form and est in the superlative form. For example, we have the word pretty, prettier, prettiest, ugly, uglier, ugliest, funny, funnier, funniest. Am I right? And for the second or the third rule, we have here examples: beautiful, generous, active, and dangerous. What have you observed? So these words are having two or more syllables. Supposing we have the word beautiful, how many syllables does the word beautiful has? Beautiful, okay? It contains 3 syllables. The word generous, generous, we have 3 syllables. Active, active, 2 syllables. Dangerous, dangerous, we have 3 syllables. So if we are having 2 or more syllables, we simply add the word more or less. That's why we have an example, more beautiful, more generous, or we can also use less active or less dangerous. Okay? So here are the examples: beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Or we can also say beautiful, less beautiful, or least beautiful. You can only use more and most depending on the situation. Generous, more generous, most generous. Active, less active, least active. Dangerous, less dangerous, least dangerous. In adjective, we have also the so-called irregular adjectives. When we say irregular adjectives, these are adjectives that change its spelling on its comparative and superlative degree. Examples are good, better, best. little, less, least, bad, worse, worst, many, more, most, ill, worst, worst, and many examples of irregular adjectives. For our activity number 1, we have a direction: supply the correct comparative and superlative form of the following adjectives. The adjectives are wise, tiny, small, exhausted, delicious, easy, bad, dark, good, and little. Shall we now check your answers? Wise, wiser, wisest. Tiny, tinier, tiniest. Small, smaller, smallest. Exhausted, more or less exhausted, or we can also say most or least exhausted. Delicious, more or less delicious, and the superlative form is most or least exhausted. Easy, easier, easiest. Bad, worse, worst. So this is an example of irregular adjective. Dark, darker, darkest. Good, better, best. And the last one is little, less, and least. Very good. You answer it well. We need to remember that adjectives are words that describe a noun or a pronoun. The adjectives have 3 degrees of comparison. The first one is the positive degree. Positive degree is the adjective in its simple form. It describes only one person or thing. The comparative degree is a comparison of 2 persons or things. And the superlative degree is a comparison of more than 2 persons or things. For our last activity, direction, circle the correct adjective form. For the first question, summer is the hot, hotter, or hottest time of the year. Number 2, this is the fat, fatter, or fattest pig I have ever seen. Number 3, today is sunny, sunnier, sunniest than yesterday. Number 4, your bag is heavy, heavier, heaviest than my bag. Number 5, she was the lovely, lovelier, loveliest girl at the party. And the last one, I feel so happy, happier, happiest today. Very good, kids. We answered it right. Thank you so much for listening. Until we met again, bye!